friends and every neighbour. Love the life you choose at Summerset Retirement Villages.
All right, everybody, welcome into the 72nd Summerset Retirement Villages National Open and Masters Indoor Bowls Championships. We are playing the singles semi-final of the Masters event here at the Te Rauparaha Arena, Porirua. Sean, who have we got playing?
Thanks, James. Welcome, everybody. We've got Nigel Warnes up against local man Terry Moffat.
That's the one.
Yep. So they've obviously battled hard all day, down to the semi-finals now. So we'll be 12 ends, no time limit now.
Yep.
Which is good.
Don't have to worry about the bell.
No. Interested to see what the mat does. I know they've just changed it out, I think.
Yep. Yeah, so the previous mat, I chatted to a few players that have played on it. They reckon that the straight hand was okay and the swing hand was quite sticky. They had to give it quite a lot. Nigel's here playing on the straighter hand, yeah.
As you can see there from the Tadmore Tapawera Club, Golden Bay Motueka.
And then your Timo following down from the Tawa Club of North Wellington.
Yep.
Played there for a year.
Left-handed.
Left-handed push.
Interested
First a right-handed push.
Interested to see here. Terry's got to keep this close for as long as he can. Nigel Warnes, has he got a gold star in the Open?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's got at least 5 titles in the Open events before there was a Masters and an Open. So he's a quality player, and I think he's playing a mixture of events throughout the week.
Yeah, he's in the Open fours, I know.
Yep. I think I tipped him in one event as well, so no surprises to see him here doing the business in the singles and the Masters.
Yeah, Terry here
Big bowl here.
playing with the,
Is he 3 down?
mask on here.
Yep.
So this is the big swing hand. It'd be interesting to see.
He's got to get it out there.
You don't want to be tight.
I don't think he's got it out there, has he?
No. That's a tough start for Terry.
It is. They're just coming off lunch as well, so they'll be a bit cold. You know, he would have been in a rhythm, so he'll just have to forget about this end and move on. But Nigel needs to add the bonus here, make it 4 and get well on his way.
Yeah, very experienced campaign, obviously.
Very experienced. I mean, and look at that. That's a terrific shot. Didn't want to move the white too far. I think it should still be 4, but they're going to have to take these out and we'll have a look, I think. That's 3. Might have moved the jack too far here.
Yeah.
He's pretty confident. He's given. They're both standing there.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, no time limit. So they'll have a measure here. Who we got marking this game? Looks like Roy McCurdy, is it?
Is he marking or umpiring?
I think he's marking. Obviously, he'll have his. He usually has his umpire hat on, but I think he's got his executive hat on here.
I can see Barry Chapman over there with the umpire gears.
Yeah, Barry could be umpire.
And then we got Johnny Hunt. Actually, he's umpiring over here in the second semi-final. Who's in that, Sean?
Second semi-final between is it Brian Poynton?
Yep.
Tauranga against Brian McDonald, who we saw on the TV mat earlier today at a county. So
yeah,
some really good players found their way deep in this competition, as you'd expect. So not quite sure. We haven't had a board update. I just didn't quite see who the measure went to there, but we'll get that sorted at some point. Nigel, he's on the backhand there.
I'm trying to wave someone down. Nobody can see me. We'll find out shortly.
Terry just played that bowl there with a lot more confidence. I think he said, right, going to be up to it, not going to be short. I'd rather be over the head than under. I feel like it was a conscious effort just to give it that wee bit extra, which is good. Nigel, he'll just keep plugging bowls on the head. And, yeah, this might be a bit of a tactic as well. He might have just be happy to pull that one up a wee bit short.
Oh, I think he's just a fraction light. He didn't look super jazzed, but it's not the worst. It's not the worst call here.
It's pretty hard for Terry to get to the jack from here, and it forces him onto the swing hand, which is we've seen obviously have a few players struggle with throughout the day. Push bowl, you don't see a lot of it nowadays.
No, 2 of them here.
Yeah.
Oh,
yep.
Terry, he's not
gone
happy
through
with
the gap. Yeah, you can see he's a little bit cross with himself there.
No, nobody's told him that's the big hooping hand.
I reckon they might have, but yes, it looks like 4's gone up on our scoreboard here.
We'll confirm that shortly.
Yep. Nigel, he's just not around it again. He's not. That one there, definitely not as happy with.
No.
Because now Terry, he'll be positive here. He'll pick a hand and he'll be right through this. Right. Terry. Is he playing this quite positive? He's close here.
Oh.
Oh, that's It's a pretty good bowl. Probably a touch unlucky he didn't get the white fuller. I think it's still one orange. Nigel coming up to have a look. You'll see him on the backhand here, just try and reach the blue. He'll just be looking to reach that last blue of Terry's, maybe even sit it down and try and make a couple of share.
Any chunky stuff on the front stuff a chance, or nah, definitely in off the other.
This is a great shot. That's really well played. Again, it's put Terry under so much pressure early on. And Nigel's someone you don't want to go 6 or 7 points down to early on, because he will just keep doing his thing.
I suppose the positive is there'd still be 10 ends to go.
Correct. Yep, and you don't want to panic, but like I say, Terry he's been around the scene a long time, and he'll know what he's up against here with Nigel, so...
It's an interesting one here. Knowing the mat, I'd almost follow Nigel down there and just try and land on his last one.
I think he's going to play with weight on the forehand. He may even try and play through the orange. It looks like he's lining up to play through the orange, try and poke the jack to the back blues. He's coming up with weight. Looks close, but skinny.
Tight, yeah.
Needs that one to hurry away. It hasn't.
Might still be 3 again.
Definitely 2. Yeah, I'd favour 3 here.
Now,
1, 2.
If anyone at home, they may have played against Terry Moffat at some point in their time. They'll know Terry. He's all about being aggressive, arriving at the head, trying to make things happen.
Okay.
You know? He's not going to get down and dead draw that.
I haven't seen him play too often, so that's good to know. You better call the shots and.
Have you seen Jess play?
I have seen Jess play.
Similar.
Right, that's good. They obviously very effective and do it well. This is good from Nigel. Great. He won't take the foot off the throat here. He'll just keep doing. He's like I say, he's played a lot of semi-finals, finals. He's been deep in a lot of big tournaments, so
for sure.
He'll know what to do. And he, like you say, James. Yep, Terry just made that conscious effort. He's going to keep reaching, and he's going to need something to stick soon, because if he keeps missing, Nigel will just keep landing bowls close, and it could get out of hand.
I've seen Timo come up with some serious magic, so I wouldn't count him out too early. Again,
Nigel just a touch shorter than his first. Again, probably unintentional, but it does make it tricky for Terry here.
He's definitely raking here, by the way.
Yeah. You can see it here. Needs to get down.
Lovely effort.
Lovely speed. It would have been nice weight to get the white back to his blue. But he sat for one. And he's forced Nigel onto the swing hand.
Nigel's got the opportunity here to swoop onto the jack and trail it for a good 3, or even if he rests Terry out, puts him under a bit more pressure.
Yeah, I think he's tight.
It takes a bit of getting used to that hand.
As you saw there, it didn't look like it was going to swing that hard that early, but once it goes, it almost went sideways. So Terry here be following up, looking to turn his own one round or just come past it. Oh, he's going to come under it. He might sit 2 here. Good shot. It actually sat really good for him too, as not touching the jack makes the tap quite hard.
I have a feeling you'll see Nigel switch to the straighter hand here and just try and make contact.
Yeah. A lot easier to make contact on the straighter side here. He's reaching.
Just a couple of rolls, is it?
Oh, he's actually played.
Oh, just a fraction wide.
Yeah, he certainly didn't overplay it. That was sort of the minimum weight I was thinking he was going to play.
Maybe he was trying to come in off that blue rather than turn the front one.
I think that's 2 blue, right? So this is what Terry needed badly. I'm not even sure that you'd play this too many times, right? If you play the swing hand, you're every chance of drawing the white to make it a worse result, and on the other hand, you're every chance of sitting the orange down.
This could still be an orange, right?
Maybe.
Hard to know, right?
If Terry's playing this, he has to keep a tight line.
I think you could play 1 roll out of the front one to make 2, and if he gets in a wee chip on Nigel's one, make 3.
Oh, no. Oh, it did swing from a wee bit. He was a bit worried when he let it go. He started getting the sidewinders out to try and get it to swing for him.
Do you reckon he's played that like he's got to?
He's getting the measures out because I don't think he thinks Nigel's going to concede. There's 1.
Okay.
And we'll have a measure for the second. The front one's come out of play.
Just also in the background where there's the ladies' playoff for the open event.
Truth Cup.
Truth Cup. We've got 3 ladies in that. Who are they, Sean?
Terry Blackburn, Annalise Baker, and Dale Rayner are the 3 ladies still going. And I know that Annalise and Terry have already played. They play a round robin. So I'm just not too sure who won that first game. I know it was very tight all the way through.
We've got the umpire here, right?
Is it Barry Chapman?
Barry Chapman. Stepping up to the plate.
Yep. And the other semi-final score, just while we've got the umpire here, is...
Are measuring too.
Yeah, it was 2-1 to Brian. I think he was holding at least 2.
You got to be more specific.
Brian McDonald. They're both Brian's, correct? Right. Barry's given that measure to orange, so that'll be 1 blue for this end. As you can see, the scoreboard's already gone up. It's
cool. So 6-1 to Nigel after 3, and then we've got 2-2 in the other game after 3. It's interesting, the other game started and ended a bit earlier, and we've caught up after 3.
Yeah, these guys don't muck around, both of them straight into their work. And Terry here opted to play his forehand and, again, keeping that reaching speed. People have figured out no good being short if it's a bit stickier than some of the ones they've played on, and he'll back himself to move the white around and try and make some shots. Whereas Nigel, as we've seen so far, he's happy just plonking bowls close, putting the pressure on.
Just giving a heads up from the marker there, it's actually 7-1. That 2 from earlier might have actually been a 3.
Must have been, yeah. Interesting. Okay, so we are 7-1 to Nigel, and we've played 3 ends. So high scoring, obviously with a 4 and a 3, but we may start to settle into a bit of rhythm here. Nigel will be disappointed with that. Just
Never
touch
ride
wide.
off Timo.
Absolutely not. He's going to switch to the big swing hand here.
Interesting decision. Oh.
Yeah.
He knows. So like his instincts to play that other hand, right?
And then reality kicks in and you go, that's going to be a really tough shot. I'm just going to follow down.
And you've also got to be blocking the straight hand first, right?
Looks close. He wants to. Yeah. That's pretty good.
So
right?
that makes the straighter hand a lot more difficult than it was, right?
Yep.
Which is important.
Because it's tough, because Nigel will know that he wants to. He'll play it a bit wider in a square here, maybe. Yep.
I wonder if he plays like 8 roll sort of speed, trying to make sure he gets it out the back.
He hasn't. He's gone white, and it's a shorter end too, so they're just not going to bite any early on.
No.
So that front one's in a perfect spot. Terry, he'll be looking to use that orange and sit down and make a bit of a line of 3 and hold 3 shots here.
Either that or just dead draw it clean, right?
Looks a chance again. He doesn't want to disturb the front.
Oh.
That's not bad.
It was gently.
Yeah, it's not bad. He'll be hoping it's in the count.
Where that's sat as well, though, it may force Nigel away from that hand.
Push him onto the swing hand to try and...
half the battle, right?
He doesn't want to play the swing hand, you can see there, but he knows he has to, so he's on the swing hand. He'll be looking to make contact on the shot blue and work the jack back, I think. Or is he just trying to draw a shot here? It's going to get down most of the way. Didn't sit. That could still be...
I think it'll still
1,
be 2, right?
2... 2. 2 signalled from Roy, the marker there, which is good. So there'll be 3-7. We've played 4. This is good from Terry. It's exactly what he needed. He couldn't afford to let Nigel get too far in front, and he'll just keep whacking away here and hopefully close this gap and give himself a chance.
Yep, and as we've seen almost all day, player leading off.
Yeah.
Using that side of the mat.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a lot of the mats are the same. Sort of one quite big swing hand and one straighter side, and where you can, you just follow the other person down on the straight hand and try and race to the jack. Because now you'll see Terry, from what you've said, James, this will probably have spot weight minimum.
I'd say so, right?
Yeah. Look to get the white or get yourself in a good spot. Wants it to get down.
Just a friction
and the
wide.
speed to the spot. That's a pretty good call, right?
You're pretty happy with yourself there, eh?
Yeah. He's setting a really good home too, though.
I reckon you'll be looking for a front nut here from Nigel.
Touch wide too.
Actually, he's coming down the back too.
Terry still with a good chance here.
Big chance to find a spot for 3, right?
Yep. He'll be looking to play exactly the same weight as his last bowl. Half of the jack. really put the heat on. Oh, I don't think he's going to get the... Oh, that's terrific speed again. Really well played, but again, he's got to make contact with his next one.
Would you consider playing the other hand, Nigel? Yeah, he's got down here trying to turn...
draw the split.
Sort of
turn
take Terry's last 2 bowls out of the equation by turning the shot bowl sort of away.
Is it going to hold?
Yeah.
No. Oh, that's a blue now. He was almost perfect, and it just jagged real hard. And he's actually managed to tip the white to the blue.
It's actually not worse.
Yeah, it's actually not worse for him. He won't be too upset because it takes away the 4 option, I think.
No, he'll be upset, but it's not the worst result. I'm interested to see Terry now. Does he risk tipping this orange in? I think he's still going to try and hunt the front of the white, right?
Yeah, absolutely. If you're wide and you get the orange in,
you're no good anyway.
No, you haven't played it how you were trying to anyway. So he'll be looking to start that as his green, dive under.
Even if he's set on the front orange narrow, right?
He's playing it wide in his square to get that early turn to try and keep away from that orange. Just can't go out too wide too early. He's pretty good.
I think it's a block.
Is it? Not
sure it's intentional, but it's going to be a block.
Had a lovely line.
Nigel gets a chance to chip his front one in, right?
Yeah, again...
Shot to nothing, even though he's one down?
He's got to play that split or get the orange. Be wide. He's not wide. He's going to get unlucky, I think.
Chip and go, yeah.
Oh.
Wouldn't have made it 2, would he?
Don't.
Nah.
No, I think the front one's in. He's taken one out and he's not even... Not even entertaining.
Doesn't he?
Not even entertaining the thought of taking a second one out there. So Terry's had a look and agreed that it was just the one.
There we go. 3 ins in a row for Terry. Right back in the main. I told you don't ride off team.
4-7. It's a lot different game now than 7-0 was.
Tell you what, they call him the Wizard.
Do they?
I tell you what, he can come up with some absolute magic.
Anyone that knows you're playing against a guy with the nickname the Wizard, you should definitely be concerned for most of the ends.
When he's got playing a big bowl, sometimes he'll stir the pot after he lets it go.
He's actually really come on these last few ends and put the heat on Nigel.
I'll tell you what, if he probably just needed
beautiful, great shot.
One good bowl on the first 2 ends.
Like I say, coming off a lunch break, he would have been in the zone, and he's got you come back cold, and it's a heavier mat.
He would have been in front.
Yeah, it was a 4 and a 3 the first 2 ends, right? So, but he's really dialed in now. Pretty good from Nigel, and this makes the rest of the end extremely difficult for both players. Cause,
Nigel can just keep charging down.
Yeah, Terry's got to make a decision now.
Just try and find the white spot on the edge of the mat, run over the top of that, and see how you go.
Yeah, there's no point in him playing the straighter side because he won't get back far unless he goes real deep in the square.
If he's looking for the back corner of the square, I suppose, wouldn't be the worst.
Yeah, if his bowl's touching, he's okay. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. I think we'll see him try and go middle of the square at least here, get around the orange.
Not a bad track. I think he's just light, right?
Yeah, it might not end up the worst here.
Nigel doesn't look super jazzed there.
That's actually turned out terrific for him.
Will we see a forehand edge of the mat draw?
He's just going to play the same. He'll look to tighten this right up, get as close as he can around there. He knows he won't be able to get the shot with this one, but
any movement on his last orange would be good.
He's going to do what Terry probably needed to do, and that's near perfect, right? He's probably maybe an inch further to stop the jack from going out the side, but that's a really well played bowl, and I think we'll see Terry try and do the same here. He has to, right?
The left-hander might be able to get back a bit harder.
So see, it's interesting. He only push bowls on the one hand. That's a magnificent shot, is it?
It's pretty good, right?
Really well played. Again,
if you're Nigel, do you have a dig here on the swing hand? Try and get to your orange and chip them both off?
It's pretty aggressive. But we haven't seen that sort of aggression from him so far. Even when we thought he was going to be positive, he just drew. I think he's just going to be looking for a couple of rolls. He needs to get a bit of luck.
I think he played my shot.
Yeah, probably just underplayed it. Is there a chance Terry can just draw around that last bowl and look to sit his blue down into like a back toucher?
I mean,
Nothing
maybe,
else on, right?
maybe.
Unless you do another block.
Nah, just draw a back toucher on the other hand.
I mean, good luck to you if you're trying to play that. That's a really, really hard shot, and he doesn't want to give it away. He wants to make Nigel play the shots here and take them away. He's done really well to claw himself back into the game.
I wonder where you'd put the block.
So he push bowls on the backhand, more standard grip on the forehand here. What's he doing? Looks like he's thinking hard. Oh,
He's changed his mind. Just reset himself.
Yep.
You plenty of time.
Oh, totally.
Compose yourself.
Yep. He's blocking.
I have a feeling.
He's blocking your shot, I think.
Yeah, but I think it's now there on the backhand, right?
You'd almost, it's actually protected the jack. Yeah, Nigel's going to come up pretty quick here on the other hand. It's sort of protected the jack. He's wide. Is he going to chip and get lucky? Didn't make contact with the shot ball.
Lovely effort.
Yep.
He's starting to get nervy now.
Yeah.
We're back to 7-6, right?
One. Oh, two.
Yeah.
Yeah, Terry's put 2 fingers up there. 6-7, if you don't mind.
The wizard. They're only halfway.
7-0 would seem an extremely long time ago for Nigel.
Game of 2 quarters so far.
He was not necessarily cruising, but he wouldn't have wanted to have 4 consecutive ends of not scoring at 7-0. You want to just score 1 or 2 ends, really get the...
I don't think there's ever a time you want to drop 4 ends.
Look at Terry, straight back on it again.
All right, Nigel following him down.
Yeah.
I said to the...
Are we going to see... No, sorry, you go.
I was just going to say earlier, I said to the boys in commentary earlier, when you get into the business end and you've got players playing well, mats like these, it's just a race to the front of the jack on the straight hand, right?
100%. Yep. And I was just about to say, I think you might see Nigel potentially try and do what Terry did when he was those first 2 ends. He just forced himself to reach the head, but he just come up a wee bit under again. He needs to just find something here because Terry's all over it. This is pretty good stuff here from Terry.
Try and reach that bowl, right?
Yep. What a terrific setup we've got here. James,
what.
first commentary game for me, and the setup on the TV mat here is outstanding. Obviously the Summerset sponsorship. You got Toblerones and a media wall there and all the cameras. It's just a really good setup for the sport.
Are you giving yourself a shout out for helping set up, or?
No, I only did a minimal amount of work, but it looks really good.
Lovely shot from Nigel there, right?
And he did exactly what we sort of thought he should do, and just gave it that wee bit extra.
The opportunity to reach the back one.
And here comes the wizard, though. He's going to get it edge and go.
Yeah, that's
really
is
good.
the wizard in a nutshell.
That's really good, though.
I don't know if he's aimed for that, but that's how
It was lovely speed. He had the front blue or that, so
Yeah.
give himself a couple of chances. Nigel will be desperate to score this end, I think, just to give himself a bit of a boost.
he's put Nigel to a decision there.
Yep.
Actually, if you might be able to hear a bit of feedback in the background. Turns out it's not feedback.
No.
It is pouring down outside.
Absolutely atrocious conditions here in Wellington, and this is why we love playing inside. Nigel's just battled on that swing hand. He just hasn't been able to take enough green.
Good speed.
Lovely speed, but again, your bowl doesn't even stay handy. It's just completely out of the game.
Now,
He's going to go the orange here, right?
2 rolls out of the orange.
Yeah, look at where he's gone into the square.
Oh, so
He's gone
he'd be
right over.
He'd be playing this from the side of the mat, right?
3 rolls.
Jez are 2 rolls, right?
Is he close here?
Lovely track.
Not as much speed as I thought he'd have, but that's a magnificent shot. That's so hard for Nigel to get the speed right on this swing hand.
When you're feeling it, you're just feeling it, right?
He has come alive.
This could potentially be possibly kill speed. Just trying to land it on the
Tight
edge of the
again.
mat,
He
right?
doesn't want to chip the blue in.
Oh,
Is he going to get up? Oh, all right, just the one blue, but we are back to square.
7 all after 7. These are the games I love.
You couldn't have convinced me that we'd be 7 all after 7 after the first 2 ends. So credit to Terry. He's fought back hard, and he looks to be going better at the moment. He's just got momentum on his side.
I told you not to ride him off, mate.
You didn't, and you were right.
Just for those playing at home, we're 3-4 to somebody, one of the Bryans.
Now, Brian Point in orange leading 4-3 after 6 ends.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, Timo, what's he doing here?
Another
Nice.
full length end here. Or close enough to it. He just looks locked in now, doesn't he?
He's got his North Wellington fans in the background there, the Rainers.
Yeah. And as I say, he's locked in. That's the first one he's done. He's just dropped it.
Big chance here for Nigel. He
Race to the white. He's
needs
got to
to
get there now.
He just needs to stop the rock, right?
Yeah. He's even a 1. Just something to...
Not bad. He'll get down into the path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually near perfect for what he would have wanted.
Now, you might have to see Terry play 3 bowls here on the big swing hand, and that's how you create the opportunity for a crooked number, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And if he... All you've got to think to yourself is if he plays a bomb on the swing hand, he's earned it, because it's tricky out there.
Not a bad track.
Is he going to get this?
That's perfect, right?
That's...
That's a great shot.
That helps a lot.
And you saw after he got it, he loved it too.
Yeah.
He's feeling it. He's in the zone.
Yeah, he has come good, and he is just feeling it.
Nigel's just trying to stave this off, right?
He's just trying to, keep him at bay. He needs to get down. Oh, Terry here, he's going to have an opportunity because you know he's going to be arriving through the jack or the outside orange there. Straight down into his work here. Ooh, readjust the watch. Get it out of the road. Let it go.
He took a lot of time with that.
He
one.
did. And
really concentrated.
I think we can see why. Oh, he's actually a wee bit stiff to get this touch off the front one. I thought he had it clean as, and that was just about good night nurse for the end, but Nigel here still got a chance.
What sort of speed would you play here? Would you play 2 rolls through the blue speed? Wide out the back?
Yep, that's what he's doing. 1, 2. Because now he's holding 2, possibly 3, right? And Terry's got 1 bowl. This is the opportunity that you had to give yourself, right? Terry 1 bowl, potentially. You're just trying to bait him into a miss here and try and get a number.
Yeah.
All right, he's taking his time again.
Just be sending it down that nice speed.
He's definitely not shy. Close.
Oh.
Oh, he might have got a wee bit lucky. He got a touch of white and the orange. You can see there, he's a bit disappointed with himself. He was in the zone. If he'd have sunk the white there.
There's a lot of good contacts down there at that speed, right? That was probably not one of them.
That was about the only bad one. So Nigel holding at least 1, and he will be feeling pretty good walking back, knowing that he's going to...
Is there a potential stand the blue up for 4s?
Possibly.
Or are you just
even
drawing for 2 or 3?
You could only tickle... He's going the blue. Potentially tickle the jack for 3. He's close.
Really close here.
What a shot.
That's a great shot.
What a strange old game bowls is, right? 7-0. Terry Moffat with all the momentum. 1... Not even that bad end, really. He played a couple of really good shots that end, and he's going to drop a 4. 1,
Tough
2,
ball.
definitely 3.
Oh.
Nigel just assumes, yeah.
Yeah,
4.
Nigel knew. Hey, Terry really didn't want to do that, but he did.
He'd be so disappointed with that too. You claw your way back from 7-0 down, you get back to all square, and then you got to start again and try and come up with more of the same.
He's showed, though, he's playing really well, right? So I wouldn't let it phase you too much. If after 2 ends, if you'd offered him 4 down, 4 to go, I reckon he might have taken that.
Yeah, so we've played 8 ends. We've got 4 to go of our 12 ends. No time limit, remember, for these semi-finals. Nigel, again, that's the perfect start for me on that speed. If he gobbles the jack, then that's really good, but he's now set himself. He knows that Terry's going to be through it, so can't afford to be that wee bit short. And as I say that...
Terry's going to be that wee bit short?
Why does that always happen when you say something like that?
Good things just happen to good people, you know?
Right. Nigel, straight back down. You almost see him a little bit perkier now. He's just sort of dragging the chain a touch. But, you know, I mean, getting a 4 is a pretty good way to get a left, right?
He's, as we've said, he's been around.
Oh, he wouldn't have been panicking, but he just had to do something there to stop the momentum. But Terry, again, like we said, he won't go away.
Back into his work.
But Nigel's having an end like Terry's had. He's got all the position here, all the bowls to play to, and I think you'll see him just arriving, trying to work that blue out of the head.
Just a couple of rolls sort of thing.
He's not narrow. Just going to add to the pile, is he? Just past it? This is a pretty important bowl here. You've still got to stick to the straight hand and just hope that you get it perfect.
I think it's a pretty clear...
Oh, here we go. You're taking the coat off.
Someone's just knocked a seat down in the crowd. That's put him off. Now, like on a lot of mats, this seems like a pretty clear forehand trying to reach the back ones,
Absolutely.
Right? But not here.
No. Is it the Porirua 2022 national shirt he's wearing as well?
Could be.
This is handy.
That's well above average, right?
You couldn't have played it a lot better without...
Now, this is
huge bowl.
This is one where he can't... narrow and wide are both bad. He's got to be just absolutely spot on here, Nigel. He's not far away if he's got the pace.
Easy. Is he?
Oh. Maybe?
Is that still 2? I reckon that's still 2. That's just me, but...
Maybe? We need Roy with the pigs, right?
I'm getting less confident that it's 2 the longer that he's standing there, but he's just considering his options here. The best shot, again, is probably to throw it out on the big swing, but... we're having a little... He's sort of got the outdoor measure going there. Just cross your fingers over. My eyes are terrible. I couldn't do that.
This isn't accurate enough for this short of a gap.
No, yeah, the big gaps you can sort of get a fair idea, but that short, are we just seeing a...
Must be 2.
It'd have to be for him not to play it right. I'm still surprised he didn't just try and fade one out on that big swinger. There's one. Jay.
Make him measure it.
Yeah, he's gonna. He won't give anything away here. Terry, getting down. Measure the flat one first. Good call.
He's been trained.
Yeah. This is probably pretty important that this is 2 for Terry. We've only got 3 ends to go after this.
So he's going to have to score the next end.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, it was way in, right?
Yeah, way in, yeah. You could see a little bit of movement there on the blue. Just wouldn't go through. So
2 down, 3 to go. Probably a must-score end, right?
Yep. And you want that, you score the third to last in the last end. That's what we're after here. If he scores a 1 here and drops a 1, he only got to get 2 on the last to force an extra end. Anything more than 1 here is a bonus. Right.
Shorter end here.
Yeah. We are absolutely down to the business end here. Quick update, Brian Poynton just starting to pull away in the other mat there. 8-3 leads after 8 ends. So they've still got 4 to go, so there's still plenty of time for Brian McDonald to find something, but 8-3, that's a good buffer.
Yeah, lovely bowl start, Terry, just over the head.
Yep. Again, you play that speed. If you get the white, perfect. If you don't, that's where you finish, and you're extremely happy. Nige. He'll take that.
Blocking that straighter hand.
Well, again, I called it earlier, and you said it was unintentional.
That was. That one still was.
Yeah,
he's looking for a front nut.
Correct. Terry desperately trying not to play the swing hand, but he's going to have to. You've got to play positive.
I wonder, like, the first bowl over the head helps in a lot of places. Maybe trying to get in the road with your first one, first bowl the end, wouldn't be the worst.
He's going to duck under here. We really needed to see a couple of feet of extra weight there, right?
Mm.
And he knows it too. He's a bit disappointed. Nigel. Again, you can see the hesitation, but it's definitely the best shot. Oh, that's a big number next door for Brian Poynton. That could just about be good night, nurse over there. That's going to duck away too here. He might. See, he's hitting the count. How brave are we going to see Terry this bowl? He's got to be positive. Because those 2 oranges will become next to useless, right? If he
gets through Nigel's shot bowl.
Whoops. He was quick enough, but he just didn't take any green.
Now, if you're Nigel, the backhand's probably...
I'd be changing back and just drawing in between the oranges, but he's going to try and... He could just tuck the jack here.
I think even just trying to go round to the back one, and if you cut it narrow, you're a chance of sinking the white.
Don't think he was ever wide enough to get to the blue. Doesn't want to chunk it. Not bad. Still a chance here for Terry. Got to try and nail this jack. He's looking. Is he going to play blue-orange?
I was thinking...
He's looking at it for sure.
I was just thinking that's the Terry thing to do.
He may come up and have a look. He may not. But he's having a good think about it. The blue-orange. So turning that front blue onto the orange to get the jack out to the side. I think that's what we're going to see here, right? If he gets the outside half of it, there may not be much jack movement in it. Huge moment here. Semi-final game on the line.
Is he a fraction wide?
He's a touch wide.
I suppose has he cut it down to one?
Yeah, one orange. Nigel can actually play this with a little bit of confidence, can't he?
Yeah.
It's a nice full draw. Any jack is probably going to give you 3 shots.
Just
and put you in a terrific position to win.
You want to get it wide, though.
Yeah, started out wide. But he has.
It's pretty good, right?
Touch a jack.
Nailed it.
Oh, it might only be 2 still. There. He might have been a wee bit stiff there. He played it exactly how we sort of called it. There's 1, there's 2. We're going to have a look here.
We'll have another measure here. What are we, 11-3 here to Brian Poynton?
Yep. And he's got another 2 touches. He looks to be on fire down there.
He's going to be hard to roll in the final, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Although, if one of these 2 guys, whoever sneaks through, they light it up too, we could be in for a cracking final.
Oh, totally. Like I say, Nigel Warnes, he will have been there, done that plenty of times and know what the finals are all about.
So it's going to be a 3 there.
Looks like it.
That makes it very tough for Terry, right? 5 down, 2 to go.
Yeah. Just changes that dynamic a wee bit. You've actually got to hunt a big number.
You've got to get most of them here, right?
Yeah.
A
3 minimum.
1-4 is just too hard to do, right? Not impossible.
Is it a decision to throw the jack that short, do you think?
You'd have to think so, right?
Mm.
Backs himself to, if he gets into trouble, just to clear bowls out, right?
And that's something that he's been pretty well known for, his ability to, get himself out of a bit of strife.
I always saw the Warnes crew as guys that in like 4s, they made a lot of good decisions. Like they're always making good decisions.
Yep. And that's half the battle sometimes, right? Making the right decision at the right time to give yourself the most opportunities to win games, and that's what he's done here.
He's got an opportunity here just to take that bowl out of the head.
That's one that he can't score with, right?
You'd have to think not.
He's got the steely glare on there. Needs to hold.
Fraction lighter than I expected.
Yeah, I thought we would have seen a touch more weight. Terry, well, he needs to be careful not to lose a bowl here, because any lost bowl that can't be scored with is danger time.
I think he's just looking for turning 2 or 3 rolls.
That's quite quick.
2 or 3 rolls out at Nigel's bowl.
Sit down. If it sits down, it's going to be magnificent.
It's a tough one, right?
Nigel's got to play almost exactly the same bowl that we just saw.
He could gun the white here and be 3 up last end with last bowl, right?
Yeah, that's what he's doing. Sharp. Very good. And he sat down behind it. That's going to make things very, very difficult.
Terry's just played 1 bomb there. Oh, Nigel's had a chat too. I love that.
Yeah. He'll be feeling pretty good about himself now. 5 up. 1 more end after this.
Do you think Terry will play that aggressive 2-roll speed again? Well,
Got to keep his bowl handy. He can't afford to lose his bowl. He's got to stick around.
He is.
Looked tight out of the hand.
But it is very tight. He's just done what you said he can afford to do.
Yeah, and that's the speed I'd have played. You had to keep your bowl handy, but just never got it out wide enough, unfortunately.
2 shots in the head, right?
Yeah, Nigel here will be looking for a... He can even have a bit of movement, can he? That'll hook hard.
He wouldn't want to lay just next to his own one.
That's about the only way that Terry could have scored a 2 this end.
Getting in off that one, moving the jack back up to his short one.
As it sits, it's game to Warnes. Terry has to make something happen here. Got to get it out there to start with. Felt tight, got the jack and some squeeze. Oh, that's a tough result there, and they're going to shake hands. We won't need to play the last end. That's going to be 4 to Nigel.
It's ended up in 18-9.
18-9. Geez, we were 7-0, 7-all, 18-9. What a topsy-turvy old affair, but a really good game to watch, actually. And you saw the fight from Terry there. He really got himself back into it, but Nigel just stepped up and
used
came
his
away
experience.
Yeah, that's right. So that's going to be Nigel Warnes, Golden Bay Motueka, heading into the final of the Masters singles down here in Porirua.
Against Brian Poynton, who's won 14-3 against Brian.
Yeah, it looks like they haven't played the last couple of ends there too. So we're going to have a Nigel Warnes, Brian Poynton final.
But that'll be after the next game we bring you will be an open semi-final. Not sure who that is yet.
No, but yep, they're down to the business end. They've just had lunch, so yep.
We'll be back shortly.
Think new friends in every neighbour. Love the life you choose at Summerset Retirement Villages.